Honestly, I could see this film being a precursor to 1984. Don't know what that says about our culture, but there it is. So The Circle is a new film about a young girl named Mae Holland, portrayed by Emma Watson, who gets hired by this really prestigious tech company called The Circle. And once there, she goes to an assembly where she meets Eamon Bailey, portrayed by Tom Hanks, who is the founder of the company, and he introduces these little marble-sized cameras which have been placed around the world so they can not only keep themselves informed, but be able to check in on other people. Because as Tom Hanks says, knowing something is good, but knowing everything is better. I gotta admit, I was excited for this one. From the cast and the premise alone, this had a recipe to be gold, but unfortunately, there's a big difference between potential and reality. Now, there was a few scenes that I enjoyed, but that's mostly because everybody who was attached to them. I mean, the movie has Tom Hanks, Emma Watson, John Boyega, and Karen Gillan. Nobody's gonna fault these guys and tell them that they're bad actors. But unfortunately, the material that these actors were given were just not up to their standards. Look, when it comes to movies, they are like cameras. You can have the correct lens, but if the body isn't put together and structurally sound, it's just not going to work. For instance, it's really great to hear about this Eden-esque tech company that thrives through social media known as The Circle. But then there's no evidence to show why this place is so groundbreaking and so perfect. It makes it just feel like a tech company that just happens to be on the social media platforms. And on that fact, they don't take the time to explain how the social media platforms on this film work. It's like taking somebody who primarily uses Twitter and has never used Facebook and asking them to explain Facebook to you. They're not going to be able to do it, and they'll be downright confused. And I'm going to look you in the eye right now and tell you, there are some points in this script that feel so incomplete. If it's between being bored out of my mind because of the lack of pacing or the lack of character development, I can't decide which one is worse. It feels as though, with this film, they just completely missed the mark. The story about a company that seems really perfect on the surface, but then has a shady underbelly and starts up Big Brother, that could be downright fascinating. Gotta admit, I'm really let down. This movie had the entire world of possibility and potential ahead of it. But in reality, I still have to say, The Circle, stay in your shorts. But if there is one positive thing to take away from this whole weekend, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is next week. But as always, it is what you say that matters. So have you already seen The Circle, and what did you think of it? More importantly, what is your favorite book to film adaptation? Leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. For me personally, gotta be Lord of the Rings. Fantastic books, phenomenal movies. And if you like what I had to say, and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.